So this is going to be the centerpiece of our mobile POS solution. The T3 tablet from Pioneer POS. We'll now mount it on its counter mount. The tablet comes with a power supply and UK and EU power cord. This tablet already has Windows 8 preloaded onto it. It's also available with Windows 10. You can easily rotate the view from landscape to portrait and back. So now let's look into the base. The base has a power input, 2 USB ports, and at the bottom of the base there is a metal plate. This back plate here, where you can see 2 holes, these can be used to bolt the base to the counter. Besides rotating from landscape to portrait view, it is also possible to tilt the tablets backwards to face the customer. It is difficult to notice via this video, but there's a very strong magnet holding the tablet in place on the base. This makes it already quite secure, even if you're not using the Kensington lock. It would still be quite difficult for a customer, for example, to remove the unit of the base. Now we've taken the T3 tablet off the counter base. As you can see, there is a possibility to add a hand strap to the back, to make it easier to carry the tablet around. Even when not docked on the counter base, the tablet can still be rotated as the mechanism is located at the back. So let's take a closer look into the back mechanism of the tablet. You can see that we there also have a micro USB port, power in case you don't have the counter base, and a Kensington lock to physically secure the tablet. And next we'll be adding our receipt printer to the solution. When you order the m30 printer, the following is included in the box. The printer, which can be black or white. Here we are using the black m30 Wi-Fi and Ethernet model. PSU and power cable. Paper roll. And the paper spacer. Using the paper spacer, the m30 can print receipts of both 80mm and 58mm wide. The spacer is to be used in case you want to print on 58mm wide receipt paper rolls. The roll that comes with the printer is a 80mm wide roll. Before I show you how to link the printer to the tablet, I want to show you one cool feature of this printer, which is the ability to change the printer from a top printing model to a front printing model. You just need to replace these 2 covers from the printer to change the printing direction. First you take off the back cover, then the bottom one, and you just swap the location of both plates, et voila! So let's look at linking the printer to the tablet. Basically there are 3 ways of linking the printer, which also depends on the mobile device you're using. The first way that we will show you is through the simple AP mode of the m30. Epson developed their printers to come by default with a mode they call Simple AP. Basically, it allows you to connect without requiring a wireless access point. In this mode, the printer functions as an access point. Whenever you start up the printer, it will do this. It prints this receipt showing the connection info to use. On the tablet, you just need to find a wireless network called Epson printer and connect to it using the passkey mentioned on the receipt that was printed, which by default is 12345678. So now you're linked up and can start configuring the printer settings. The printer will also print a receipt mentioning that it is connected. That's it. That's how easy it is. Now the printer can be configured with a tool that Epson has developed called Epson Config, which will be shown in a minute. If you have a smart device, there is another way to connect to the printer, which is our second way of linking up the m30. Don't forget, the m30 is specifically designed for tablet POS. This means that it uses what Epson call using the print function of mPOS. This allows the printer to print from any mobile device without the need to install or update drivers. For use with iOS or Android smart devices, you just need to go to the Play or App Store to download the free Epson TM Utility app. This app enables you to set up wireless connection, configure printer settings and print sample receipts from your phone or tablet to many Epson receipt printers. On the Epson Business Support website, you can download a lot of support tools for all the Epson printers, 2 of which are the m30 Utility and Epson Config we just spoke about a minute ago. These tools can be downloaded and used to configure your printer and network settings. You can also find SDKs and Windows printer drivers. So yes, even though it doesn't need any drivers, you can still work with one in case your application needs it. Or if you want to use the printer in a traditional point of sale setup with a connected PC, for example, which basically future-proofs the application for a move to tablet POS. And that's the third way you can connect the TM30. In this case, we've now connected it via Ethernet cable to our network. Every TM30 comes with a USB and Ethernet port from factory, even if you select a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi model. Via this utility, you can add a printer to your tablet. Here we are looking for the printer on an Ethernet port. We click on the Ethernet button. Next, we change the IP address to match the IP address of our printer. In this tool, you can start up the Epson netconfig application. This is also downloadable from the Epson support page. With this tool, you can set all the network properties of the printer. And finally, going back to the TM30 utility tool, we can configure the other settings or print sample receipt tickets by a simple click of the button. Last but not least, it is time to add our Bluetooth scanner to our mPOS solution. Here we are using the new Datalogic Reader 2D Bluetooth imager, which will be officially launching in June this year. The Reader charging cradle has a micro USB and power in port. Now setting up the Reader and connecting it to a host is a child's play. You just need to scan the pairing barcode on the Reader configuration guide. This will make the Reader visible to the host so that you can pair the two devices, and done. Did you also notice a typical green spot feature from Datalogic? This allows you to get an instant confirmation of a successful scan. This can be a nice option when you need to use a device in a quiet location like a library or in a very loud place. We hope we showed you that together with our vendor partners PioneerPOS, Epson and Datalogic, it's not that hard to set up a working and reliable mPOS solution.